I'm just running up to the road because the guys from Commies have just called to say they're near, they got the delivery. Good timing because I'm just on lunch. But it's 36 degrees, so running up the hill in my flip-flops is no good. Here they are. Oh, perfect. And they come in a little van because this road is a bit steep. Oh, this is great, on time. Woohoo! Ok, perfetto, grazie mille. Ah. So.
Sì?
Qui, sì.
Posto, grazie.
Tutto molto grazie. Grazie mille. Grazie mille.
Ciao.
Ciao. Plan for today is I've got to clear out the 2 rooms, ready to take the wall down to get one of these beams in, which is going to be messy, very dusty I imagine. It's a roaster again, so I'm not sure how long this grey t-shirt is going to last before it gets really sweaty. So I've got to sort of tidy up in here really. It's all this area here. Clutter, should we say. Been a bit lazy. Been doing some work, that's why. Work that is. And then I've emptied this room already. And this wall here is the bit that's coming down, or certainly opening up, so one of the beams will go across there somewhere. So yeah, get organised. I've got acro props for the main beams, and then I've got those other ones, I don't know what they're called, which will just sit over the bricks. Well, the plan is, I'm hoping there's some really nice brick behind here, behind all the render, so then if I put it up nice, I can reuse those bricks. So I'll take my time to get it done, and looking at the cracks in the walls, in the corner, I'm hoping they're just superficial, meaning that's just a plaster in the corner, but I wouldn't be surprised if the walls aren't tied in. Like I said, the house is structurally sound. It's been here a very long time and it's been through a few earthquakes, so it's all good. Take the wall out, because this will be the kitchen area. The next room then will be sort of the open kitchen, open plan piece of the kitchen with a dining table. There's either a door going out to the terrace and things like that. And then through the other wall, once I do the fireplace and move the door across, the other wall will be through into the lounge. So once I can start smashing this about, take the floor up. I haven't decided what I'm doing with the floor yet. I haven't bought any floor tiles, but the floor in here is not very nice. It's just cheap tiles, so that's got to go. These are alright, but you know the colour of them. Anyway, they'll probably all come up. So, all out. It's Time to go to the builders merchants, or what the equivalent is in Italy, and try and order some wood for delivery. So good luck with that, he says. You're going to deliver it today, so the impression I get is you order it and they just want to get it out. So the problems I had before were just because of the holidays. So yeah, they'll come later today. It's great. It's about, was it 7 AM at the moment, so can get on with the work. Great. "34 degrees indoors." These are a little more awkward to get in. I can get them in alright, I think. Drag them in. But I'm probably best leaving them here for the night. Okay, here's the plan. This wall's coming out. So, get a beam in. I don't know, it's going to be like 3 meters or so, but it's 16 by 16. So beam across the top, and I need to leave some wall in here for the support of that side, leave some wall in that side for the support. So there's a big hole here. I might leave a bottom in for a breakfast bar, but we'll see what the wall's like when we get in there. I guess what I've got to decide from the floor, how high I want it, because that opening just behind the camera there, it's not the highest, it's alright, but figuring out what a nice height would be, and then at 16, mark all that out. Got a laser, which should give me a good line, fingers crossed. Create the gap, pop in the beam, take out the supports, cut the wall down, might leave the supports in till the end, you never know. That's it. So opening from about here to about here. Kitchen the other side. Let's see what happens. Alright, we'll pop out now and go and see Tonino and the town hall to get this permission for the windows and the roof. I think it's done, but we'll find out later. I need to pick up some more fuel for the strimmer and hopefully get on some jobs. I mean, it's roasting today. I think it's like high 30s, but there's on about a storm next week, so which could be a nice break in the weather. Yeah, it's fingers crossed to get this. Stop saying fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Car needs to clean. Oh, start in here. Wow. Aircon on. Bit of Led Zepp. Probably get told off using that. That was another interesting meeting. Classic, what I think I'm getting used to. So what I went in for was to get the permission. I came out with nothing. The guy is going to do the roof for me. Happy days, no problem, Rich. Get it done before Christmas for you. Which Christmas? Joking aside. I'm like, okay, well, how much? I don't know yet. I've not even looked at it. So you've not even looked at it, but you know you can do it. You know how much it's going to cost. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. Sure. So we got to put the notice on the wall in the town hall Monday, I guess. Now here's the best bit. What about the windows? Oh well, if you just get hold of this guy, that guy and this other guy, they'll give you the quote. So just email them, he said, and they'll probably come around while you're here and take a look. So I'm like, I could have done that months ago, Tony. It could have been done ages ago, like last year. This could have been done. No answer. So come Monday, I'm going to get hold of those people. I'm going to try and get them up to the house quickly. Measure up, give me some quotes on what it's going to cost to do the windows. So if I get the quote, in principle, I can get on with that piece. Yeah, so I went to the meeting thinking I was going to get it all ready to go and like start getting on with stuff and start paying people for doing work, and I'm literally no further forward. Lovely meeting, great fun, lovely people, but oh my god, it just takes a long time to just get stuff done. Anyway, time for another first. I'm gonna go and get my hair cut. First time in Italy. I've got some scribbles down of what I'm going to ask for, which is basically just a centimetre to cut off. But when everyone has their hair shaved over here, I think this could be interesting. So yeah, let's see where this goes. Oh, the other thing, got somebody who's going to come and pick up loads of the scrap metal. So I've got to dig all that out of the overgrowth, which I'll do on the weekend. The deal is obviously they come pick it up and they don't charge me for the picking up, and then they get the weight or whatever they sell it for. It's fair enough. And then the last thing is the field or the growth. So I think I've got the farmer's name now and his contact details, and so they've been growing sunflowers for the last few months. They're almost dead. I don't know why they harvest them so late, but they should be harvested in a few weeks. So I can get hold of him and find out exactly when that's going to happen, and obviously thank him for looking after the field for me, because you know it's massive, so you don't have to do anything yet. But then once he's done, I've got another company coming in to quote to sort of do the landscaping, level areas off, and well, see how much that's going to cost. But once that's leveled off, I should be able to manage it myself then. So some simple banks I can trim, plant up some trees, olive trees, whatnot, and then get a decent mower. Start making some nice flat grassy areas. So I suppose I have accomplished some things today, and I'm not sure about the barn cut because it's looking like he's not open yet. He was there, empty. I had to make an appointment. I've got to go back Tuesday. But he understood me. I only want to trim, I only want 1 centimetre off. He was laughing. I don't know if that's a good thing. See what happens on Tuesday. I've had a few lazy days, but I've got to get quite a bit done today. Been waiting for this weather to change, so it's raining at the moment, but it's still warm, it's lovely. Kind of need the rain, it's been red hot. So somebody's going to come and pick up all the scrap metal. I've got to move that to 2 or 3 places so the truck can come and easily pick it up. So that's quite a big job. And then in the back, I do, around the barns, I do want to try and clear that out so that maybe I can take some of these massive weeds out. Not quite sure what to do yet because I haven't got in there. I need to sort of clear like 10-15 feet of brambles before I can even see what I'm dealing with. With the weather as it is, it feels like a good day to try and get all that done. So, but first, coffee. Alright, I think for the most part, the stuff I can take down safely on my own, I've cleared out just this small area of all the metal, and it's all this. So I'm going to keep some of these rods because I think they could be handy for gardening in the future, sort of use them for like a vegetable plot or homestead, which is obviously very trendy these days. So that'll be from a homestead. I suppose these could do with some ground cover, but then they're just a pain because they're so big and awkward. And the rest of it, well, that was just all dumped. So two bits to go. So the top barn, I've done a bit of it in the past anyway, so I've moved some of it nearer the road, but I think there's a couple of old beds up there, a bit random, and there's like old tractors in the back, which I'm not going to get out because I think they're like 2 feet. All the soil when it's come off the mountain for all the storms in the winters over the years, you know, half the tractor's underground now, so I'll need some machinery to pull out. So that's one for another day. Otherwise it's all this now, so it's like chicken coops here, washing machines, fridges, old bathtubs. Unbelievable the stuff that's here. But the scrap metal man's gonna have a field day because he's just having all this, doing me the favour of taking it away, and then he keeps whatever he makes from it. It's a deal for me because it's sort of like the therapy of just getting rid of this so I don't have to stare at it all the time is, well, that's worth a lot, isn't it? Do I attempt to drag that in one go, or will it all fall apart and go everywhere? Go for it. I don't know if it's because I'm sweating so much and then my trousers are getting heavy with sweat, but I feel like I've got to do my belt up every few minutes as if I'm losing pounds by the second or minute, whatever. It's hot or humid. Good space this will be one day. Like everything else, one day. Look at this. Don't know how I got the camera set, but all broken. Oh, it hasn't fallen down. All the rest of it. This is big. I wonder if they'd give me planning permission to convert this into a, I don't know, one of these A-shaped buildings, A-shaped cabin things. First things first, do the house, and then create something out of all this later. I think the storm that's travelling across Europe's landed here. It's really blowing some now, so I'm going to try and make things safe and call it a day, I reckon. But got a lot done, which is good. Oh no! Oh, the one thing I didn't want to happen just happened. Look at that! Oh, I haven't got any cement either to fix it. Oh, that's a... Not impressed. Sunday morning, so I've been down the beach all morning, which has been lovely. I think what seems to happen is all the locals come out and just walk up and down the beach, chatting to their mates. It's great. Anyway, going to go back to the house early because I guess the scrap metal guy is coming to collect all the stuff I've laid out. But yeah, a couple of hours down the beach. This is the sweet life. I think this is what they've nailed. So I'm just driving back from the beach Sunday morning, and just an observation, but I think one of the big things that I find different here in Italy is you get all ages all mixing together. So down the beach then there were, like you say, families with kids and whatnot, next to like all ages, and a lot of single people as well. People just seem to be really comfortable with their own space. I mean, obviously I was down there on my own, no problem, just setting up in the middle of other couples, other families and all sorts. It just seems, I don't know, maybe I'm just seeing things differently now I'm here, but I thought that's quite cool. It's quite good. People just seem to get on with stuff.
No, rimane lì, non lo fa scendere per niente proprio. Fai? Sì. Devi togliere da lì, via! Ecco, visto?
Seduto, Aaron.
Ok. La parte 2 è tutto leggero, quindi bisogna che qualcosa... Vabbè, dopo quella la prendiamo, amore, quello non è un problema.
Questa metto qui?
Qui dentro.
Questa devi la far piegare, mo?
No, no, questo è... Che roba è?
Plastica, è vero?
Plastica. No, no, ferro però. Vabbè. Buttiamo su, poi vediamo, dai. Oh,
perché non vedi?
Perché pesa, mo'.
Hiring a kayak. This is just amazing. Right, I'm having a breather. That was superb. So I've come around to the nearest beach. The other side is where all the big boats pull in, so that's pretty hectic, but here's nice and quiet. So little doer-upper there if anyone fancies a job. But this is well worth doing if you're in the area. It's taken, I don't know, 40 minutes to kayak down here, and probably take me over an hour and a half to get back maybe, because I think the wind's picking up, but there's 5 or 6 bays to call into and have a rest if need be. Yeah, this is superb. It's so nice. But this is amazing. Put this on your list. You've got to come here and do this. It's dead easy to hire kayaks, all online. You book online in advance. I haven't paid anything yet either. I've left my driver's license, but that's okay. And the parking, well, as long as I sort the ticket out correctly, it's €10 all day, which ain't bad. Right on the beach. I'll definitely be doing this again many more times. This is just, there's about 15-20 beaches to stop at as well that you can only get to by boat.